Hello, teacher Astrid and classmates. My name is Piedra Loren Serrano. Today, I'm going to interview to my teacher who will be observing my English teaching classes. Before starting the interview, teacher, could you introduce yourself, please? Teacher, do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Uh, could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Angie Salgado. I have a bachelor's degree in teaching English as a foreign language, and I'm currently studying a master's degree in translation and interpretation, and I'm going to be the supporting teacher for Lawrence Practicum. Thank you for inviting me to this interview.
Okay, teacher, you're welcome. Um, Teacher, my interview has five questions. The first one is, what is your teaching philosophy? What is your teaching philosophy?
My teaching philosophy, I strongly believe that every student is a different way. Saying that, I mean that every student comes from a different context. They learn from different ways. They have different backgrounds. So when I plan a lesson for my classes, I really start thinking of those aspects. For example, when I plan my lessons, I try to include all the skills of all the students and all their abilities. And I also take into account what are their weaknesses and strengths, and I try to include all kind of activities that make them feel comfortable during the class. So I'll say that is my kind of philosophy. I just try to think of them and try to think of them as each one with a different word.
Okay, teacher. Um, the next question is, have you participated in professional development courses for the last 5 years?
I haven't participated like in a certain kind of course related to teaching, but I have been receiving training at the university as a virtual tutor because during my bachelor's degree program, I studied to be a face-to-face teacher. So at this university, I started to learn how to be a virtual tutor. And now I can do both. I can be a virtual tutor and a face-to-face teacher. So that has been the training I have been receiving during these 2 years.
Okay, teacher. Um, what have been your methodological strategies for English teaching?
The same, referring to the first thing that I mentioned before regarding the every student is a different word. I try to create a methodology which they can, feel very comfortable with the classroom. Try to include every kind of activities. For example, I try to include all the time the four skills. Um, Speaking, listening, writing, reading. So if I can involve all of that, they will feel a class that is really exciting. So they will feel really motivated during the class. Um, I also try to include activities, for example, like songs, like games, like storytelling activities, all those kind of things that interested and motivated.
Okay, teacher. That's good. The fourth question is, how can a teacher deal with undermotivated students in the classroom? in the classroom?
If a teacher tries to include all those things that I've mentioned before, like different kind of activities and switch activities very often during the lesson, you will never have the those kind of problems. I mean, you will never have undermotivated students during the lesson. The idea is to enjoy what you do and to show them that English can be very, very fun through the activities during the class. So I would say that if you manage how to involve all the students, involve different activities, you will never have to deal with undermotivated students during the lesson.
Okay, teacher. Uh, According to that, what pedagogical advice or tips would you give to a new English teacher?
Well, my first advice is related to the teaching practicum. As you're a practitioner in this stage, you may try to stick to the school's curriculum. For example, now they have already set up a syllabus, for example, or some specific course content that you may follow in order to prepare your classes, your lessons, uh, taking into account those contents, those topics that they have already established. So that would be like my first advice. Just stick to the parameters that they have already set, and also follow all the rules and guidelines the school teach you in this stage, as you are in a stage where you need to learn from everything in the real classroom environment. And finally, my last advice would be just to enjoy your lessons, enjoy your practicum, enjoy all the activities you prepare for them, know your students, learn from them too. So have fun.
Okay. Yes, teacher. Okay, thank you, teacher, for your answers. Well,
You're
now
welcome.
finally, I would like to know the agenda associated with my pedagogical practice in the classroom.
Okay. We haven't received yet the letter from the university in order to go to school and present ourselves. But as soon as we get it, we are going to go to school, present ourselves, and we are going to set up a schedule for the classes in the practicum. And of course, also the visits. So as soon as we get the letter, the presentation letter, we will do that.
Okay, teacher. I agree with you. Okay. Thank you, teacher, and thank you for your time. As well, thank you, the teacher Astrid and Clismains, for your attention in
Thank
this
you so much,
interview.
Lauren, for inviting me.
Okay, teacher. Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you.
See you.